Hello everyone, I'm level 36 and welcome back to Stationeers. Let's get right back into it. So last time, we had finished off our furnace area over here. We'd made our first bits of steel. I smelted some more copper and iron, and collected some more resources. So we're going to try... We didn't quite make our solder yet. It didn't get quite cold enough. I wasn't managing the furnace while I was out, mining. But we should be able to make some electrum, perhaps, or let's see. Invar is iron and nickel, so let's see. We don't actually... we don't have any more iron kicking around, do we? Whoops. Copper and nickel. We can grab some of our pre-smelt copper. Let's see, what is our temperature requirements here? 1 kilokelvin to 120 to 100. So this is a high pressure ore, that's right. So let's start with electrum, because this one we should be able to make pretty quickly. So gold and silver. Gold. Now this is going to kick off a fire in our system, and let's see what our pressures look like. So up to 2.4. So gold and silver. I'll wait for the pressure to come back down. 1.2. Temperature is certainly high enough. Yeah, that sent the pressure sky high. But what we can do is, with the pressure and temperature being that high, let's actually set this up to, should be 4 MPa, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 MPa. Geez. Because if we want to make constant, we need 20 MPa. Open the cast up. We grab some copper and nickel. Close the cast. Turn on our turbo input. This is going to cool it down ever so slightly, but that shouldn't be a huge issue. Just need the pressure to skyrocket. Might set this to... Oops, that's not my labeler. 200. So that'll double it. So now that should lock down the output. Should be at 2 MPa. In a whole bunch of pressure.
Filter low.
Probably could make a new filter for myself on here as well. A little bit of iron. But plenty of iron kicking around. Oh, add some lead in there. Store that stuff away. And new filter. Toss that in the corner. 15 MPa. Still at way enough temperature. While that's doing that, 16. let's talk about what we're going to do today. So first of all,
Power low.
yeah, everything's unhappy. That's its lower pressure still, or lower charge. So we're waiting for this to charge up. We are going to set up our trade system. First, we're going to set up a little bit of a uh, water bottle filler. Yeah. As soon as we can make this, come on, just a little bit more pressure. I love hot planet. I mean, fuel mixture is really not that hard to make, but it being so hot during the day here does definitely make this smidge easier. It is going to take a minute for this to output. Hey, there we go. Some nice high pressure constantane. And then, so what else do we need that's high pressure or iron and nickel? That'd be nice if we could make Invar right quick. Although we need some more temperature for that. Which we can achieve by just tossing some lead in there. I have a stack of 50 iron is the question, though. Because all of my iron is in weird quantities. Well, we can honestly just leave it bottled like that. And nothing bad will happen. It's pressure regulated. Yeah, let's do that. We don't need to worry about it too much right now. Let's do what we said we were going to do first, because we also need some more water. Anyway, cancel pressurize. All right. So, water bottle filler. This needs water and power. We are going to stick it over here, so we use the least possible amount of cables. Grab some plumbing. Actually, I don't know if we want that over there. It might... So that might be exposed to the outside. Might actually want to do this inside. Grab our tool. Silly as this is going to look, we're going to stick it on the ground. Some water bottles in there. Run some cable. We're going to also set up this one. It's here. And our pipe utility kit. Make a water bottle holder and our water bottle. Now if we turn you on, those will fill up with water. Oh, this is what's been chewing through all of our power. Well, no, this should only be on if that's on, so that wasn't it. But now we can drink some fresh water right out of that tap there. We don't need to worry about running out of water as quickly now. Snack. Grab just a little bit more. And we are good to go. Inward, depressurize. Get this room all vacuumed out. I hope everyone is having a good day. If I haven't said that already, I honestly don't remember. um, it's a nice day here on Vulcan, and pretty soon we'll be able to see what temperature it is. Probably a balmy 800 degrees C outside. And just a little bit more pressure. Now, in theory, a vent like this would never be able to actually vacuum out a whole room like this. It's like a perfect vacuum is very difficult to achieve. But, while this game does a lot of simulations, I'm kind of glad they don't simulate that. Because that would be painful, and I don't want to deal with it. Alright. Pressure and temperature maintained decently well. But let's not deal with that, because we honestly don't need anything else from over there right now. We are kind of okay with all of that. Let's, while it's beginning to be night out, go work on our landing pad. So we can carry this back outside. Also, we will need some more cable coils. So we are almost out. It's not using too much power. What are we doing on power? 33%. That's it. 33% as well. A stacker would be very nice. It's kind of high on the priority list of stuff to build for quality of life improvements. Need a little bit of extra copper into this to make sure we don't run out. I'm looking forward to trying to design a self-resupplying vending machine for this series, because that is one of the things I'd like, is to have the ability to just like, I need a stack of cable coils, I need a stack of pipes, and it will just spit it out and then auto queue in another set to refill the vending machine. Also, the small vending machines look pretty neat. Looking forward to messing around with those. Might make the, well, I feel like the larger, I don't know what this size capacity difference really is. So we'll have to, I'll suspend judgment until I know that a little bit more. Let me out. Alright. Now we've got that, we can grab our gas sensor. And stick this on the outside. Wire it in, and there we go. Now we have an outside temperature sensor, which we can wire up to the inside when we go back in. But first, let's deal with this. So in our trade station box, it comes with 10 landing pads, which is enough to make a 3x3 landing station. So if we come over here, we might as well, yeah, we'll come out over here. So it comes with steel pads, and I think this is because the landing ships might actually kind of like burn up the non-steel pads. So let's make a little platform. A 3x3 landing pad. Grab some steel sheets and our welding gun. Now, that's not going to last very long. Yep. There we go. Well. Really? Really? These wind turbines really aren't making enough? We really need to make that battery. Like a station-sized battery so that we don't have to deal with this anymore. I don't want to let it in because then we have to use a bunch of power to vacuum out the whole room. Do you have any other batteries out here? Is there anything else we can set up while we're waiting? Not really. We don't have a gas welder. Because that would be very dangerous here. I was thinking, why don't they give you a gas welder on this planet? And I was like, oh wait. Gas welders require burning fuel. Fuel, doing the burning of fuel is what releases oxygen. And that is what burns everything. So a gas welder on Vulcan is a death sentence. Well, we can set up, like, a computer at least. Me stand. Jeez. Sometimes the movement in this game is a bit more than a little jank. So gonna put another 2 of these here. Small communications dish is small. So we'll just kind of fill this whole area out. Finish you iron sheets. And a welding torch. I guess I could steal my battery from some other tools for this. Go. There's my steel sheets. There they are. Creativity. Dang it. One more. Gotta charge a bunch of batteries after this, though. Alright. No. Keep that back. Yeah, we burnt through all of our batteries. But that's okay, because we welded up the area we absolutely needed to. So this is the landing pad center. We're going to have things come in from that direction. Then we're going to grab some pretty diagonal bits around the edge. Regular old landing pads. And then the landing pad data and power will go right there. Alright. Now, hopefully some power has accrued. Nope, not yet. This should just need a screwdriver to construct. Want to be a little careful of dust storms. Go. We also need the vending machine. Small one is actually really small. Geez, that's kind of neat, actually. But we're going to build a full-size one because I don't know what the trading system needs necessarily. And we'll just put it, I don't know, There's no great spot for this with the way I built this. We'll put it right here. Right in the annoying way. Plastic sheets. Hopefully the solar chargers have... The solar panels have started to charge. Not quite yet. Oh, that's why they're damaged. That's why the power has been stinking. Once we can get back inside, we'll grab some glass sheets and fix these. I forgot about damage to this being a problem. How much higher does that have to get for this to start generating?
Power critical.
Just need enough power to vacuum out the airlock. That's it. Deal with charging batteries here in a moment. 100 watts is all I need. Or plus whatever those pull. Alright, we might have to just go for it because we're going to run out of power in our suit. That's going to be a lot worse. Oh, good. We were able to run that for half a second. Yay, it worked. Suit. Power. Let's, before we do that, grab glass. Close you. Open you. Patch these. As well for now. Okay, that should be producing significantly more power. Probably still not enough, but more is better than what we were at before. And now we can pop those out for a second. We chew through all of the energy in our base, trying to charge our single battery. But it's an important one. It's our life support battery. I think this is faster in there, so we'll just do this. They also are going to need to charge all these batteries. Let me make... Is there excess power? There is. Let's make some... like wind turbines? Just the upright versions. The solar panel or the electroprint mod to make the electro. Need electron constant solder. At least this is charging faster. Let's just make another basic solar panel. Or just a battery. We have enough for the battery. Let's just make the battery that we were planning on making all along. Dang it. Got a little too greedy there. Still charging everything. So we're still generating enough to charge that battery, run this, and charge this battery. We will need a bunch of stored power to make that work well. Probably also make some heavy cable coils here soon. Almost fully charged. %. Oh, you canceled again, didn't you? Make the battery. Have no problems now. Infinite power of the sun. It's 10. Fine. We'll need. For which that is. That's probably the one that needs 17 megapascals and like 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Or not. Nothing is in Fahrenheit in this game. Invar, so 1.2. So it's 900 degrees Celsius. It's a very narrow temperature band. I honestly don't remember which one that is. That battery is charging. This room is going to get real cramped real fast. %. All right. So I don't want to really put this outside because if I remember correctly, the batteries do not love being hot. Maybe that's just a myth from old stationeers. Doesn't say anything about it. Okay, we should be able to stick it outside. Won't be too unhappy. Let's also make some heavy cable coils. So we'll need to replace some of our regular cable coils with heavy cable coils. And the thing's cool looking. And should be enough for now. No, and then we're going to need a transformer. And 3 of these. Turn that off so this can continue to charge. Okay. Set up some basic power stuff. Battery. This needs to be on a frame. What if we tear apart this solar panel here, which isn't even in a great space to begin with? I have too much stuff in my inventory right now. Put that down. No, we want to keep that on us. That can go in there. Alright. Crowbar. A hand drill with a dead battery. That's right. It would help if we remembered to charge the rest of our batteries. Add on. Welding torch doing, no battery. It's going to put us in a less than ideal situation again, where we're out of power in our main battery. But honestly, we can probably swap that out and be fine. Yep, that's a dead battery. Alright, dead battery there. Still alive battery can go into there. And we'll drain this so we can just have no batteries left in the station, which is definitely not a dangerous thing to do at all. Some free space that we can free up. Throw that there. Yeah, that's fine. Close that. Where's our arc welder? Arc welder. We're going to just steal that. And that can come with us to go in. What other tool do we have? That's the angle grinder, has 100% now. The drill has 100%. Okay, everything's happy. Besides the base. Base is very unhappy. But that's okay. Toss that in there and it'll charge up. Toss that in there just for giggles. Alright. Now that we can just deconstruct this stuff successfully, we can move this over here. Probably better for it anyway. Then we can get the station battery out.
Air tank low.
You there. What do you need to complete? Steel sheets and a welding torch. Luckily I have some of those. And a screwdriver. Station battery complete. Cutters. small amount of power being generated by those wind turbines. Should be getting sucked into the battery now. Then heavy coils. I'm promising that it's not even like showing a little bit of charge. These must not really put out any charge at all. Should be connected in now, and we will need some more heavy coils to get this set up, but while we're out here, since there is no power on the inside right now, we can do the rest of this. So, auto steel sheets. Cable coils. That's not cable coil. Go. Ah, plastic sheets, that's what we forgot. And we can finish welding up the floor at least. Sake of completeness. Then our transformers. It's powering all of this. In, out. We'll have to run cable over, obviously. And we're going to want high voltage cable for this over here, because this doesn't necessarily have to, but can take. Well, this one doesn't. Okay. Yeah, we should be fine with low voltage cable over here then. At least to start. So I would like to get this running sooner than later. Oh. There's all that. Oh, give that back. On. There. Oh, it wasn't. Now I feel dumb. I forgot that you have to turn it on to like actually have it process any power. Is charging, theoretically. We're going to want to get inside as quickly as possible, though. So as the temperature starts to rise, we're going to use more of our precious little life out here. And let's grab last of this stuff. Bring it inside so we don't have to worry about a dust storm carrying it away. Let me in. Let there be enough power. It's connected, right? Yeah, it looks connected.
Air tank critical.
Okay, we're just gonna have to vacuum out the inside. Just parasitically drawing you down. That. Go. That's charging. Air supply. This room down. Once more. We need our plastic sheets. Don't need steel frames. We shouldn't need the data disk. Crowbar can get put away properly. Credit cards should be able to go into our uniform to be combined. Can these just be combined? Yes, they can. Nice. Alright. Batteries are charging up, though. They should be fine for now. So we have plastic sheets, steel sheets, iron sheets. Let's grab the glass sheets in case we need them. And we can head back out. Set up this. This just requires a screwdriver. I could look up what these things actually require, but no, what's the fun of that? Then we need to just wire it in, so we're going to need a whole bunch more cable coils, specifically the heavy variety. Still don't have enough power to... There we go. Tablet. Oh, there is still pressure in here. I'll leave that running. Turn you on. Heavy cable coils. Print as many as you can. You can just make gold too. Some more copper. How expensive would it be to print another large battery? Probably not too terribly expensive.
Power low.
More pressure. Good. A lighter too would also be very nice, but I don't know. Once we get a more stable power generation system set up, we can worry about lights. Don't have far to go for that. We just need the rest of the advanced, or the rest of this normal alloys made, which I should be able to make between episodes. And then we can set up our auto lathe or electroprint mod, auto lathe mod, and we can get access to the rest of the stuff. And it's fine. We'll live long enough. I want to get this thing turned on. I don't want to deal with running into there, especially without a power cell in there. Last thing we need is to get stuck in the airlock. Ugh. Each of these is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We're going to need probably all 50 of these. More. So we're going to need to go 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40. Alright, I guess maybe we do have time. You have plenty of battery. Oh, this was left on. That's why you're using... Man, I need to start paying more attention. Can't afford these little mishaps. Cereal bar. Certainly help my guy's mood if we were to sit in here with our suit off for a bit, but not yet. Can't afford that. We certainly can't afford a shower just yet either. Hopefully that'll be enough cable coils as well. Just a little bit of pressure. Hopefully this is not completely unnecessary what I'm doing. I think that this room would get quite toasty if I wasn't to vacuum it out. And that would be not great. This room is now fully vacuumed. Turn you off. Cycle to exterior. Turn you off. Fully charged. Means any excess charge should now be going into that battery up there. It looks like it might be. One more. There we go. Turn you off. I do want to bank as much charge as we can. There. And let's head outside and wire up this trade platform.
Waste tank caution.
Less than ideal. What happens when we go outside during the day? Uses a lot more oxygen, which is not really what we want to do, but for the sake of the video, to not have to wait around forever for night every single day, we will continue doing it. I should probably pay attention so that I'm not saying, oh, it didn't give me a warning, because it did. Or it gets to 100%. I guess I'm used to power and oxygen where it goes critical at 10% instead of it just like... Okay, 3,000 watts. We're all plugged in. Okay, we have power to the trade station. It's a liquids trader. We're using 200 watts right now. Let's see. Astromart. It's a 7x7 though. We don't want a 7x7. We can't use a 7x7. Payless liquids does not sound like something that's going to be trading in anything that we can actually deal with. Can try, I guess. Be more well pointed for that. Let's dump our waste tank as well. It should be also getting cold enough to do that without posing a risk to everything around us. Um, 63, that's worse. Ow, it knows when everything left contact range, even though we've only had this set up for a few seconds. That's worse. And we're out of power. All right. Well, it was worth a shot. Our trade system is set up, but we need to get a little bit better about targeting our traders more carefully. This is still charging by the looks of things, so we can still run back inside. We do need to work on power next. We've still got food, we've still got water. So power is what is our big limiting factor right now. So I think that next episode we will work on getting our electroprint modded so that we can make... Well, can we make good solar panels now? Yeah, we can make normal solar panels. We might just make some regular old solar panels and set up a bit of a power platform next episode. That might be a worthwhile endeavor. But that'll be next episode's problem. This has already been just about long enough. So, I think we'll call it a day here. I've had a great time with this, and I'm looking forward to continuing. So, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.